This is Moses, and this is Moses' door panel. This is because he bought a very large bucket seat due to him being a very large person, and it doesn't really fit in his very small car. Case in point, he had to remove his door panel in order for his door to close properly. That's where we come in. You see, Moses is a great friend and is always willing to help me out with everything I need for my car. So now it's my turn to help him. Here's the plan. Step 1, make a super awesome custom door panel for Moses' car. Step 2, give it to him as a surprise. So you might be wondering, but Dalton, how are you gonna make a super awesome custom door panel that perfectly fits Moses' car if you can't work on his car without him knowing? Well, if you would wait 5 seconds, I was gonna tell you anyway. We have the same car. So the first thing we're gonna do is remove the door panel because we obviously don't need a door panel if we're making a door card. This is irrelevant. Now this step is gonna vary from vehicle to vehicle, but in general it's a pretty easy job and it only consists of removing a few bolts. So as you can see, we got the door panel off. So what I'm doing now is I'm actually looking for possible mounting locations for the new door card. And I think I know what I'm gonna do. So there's all these 10mm bolts around this middle silver section here. So what I think I'm gonna do is actually take them out and replace them with longer ones that'll go through the door card and bolt back into their original position. That should work. So what I've done here is I've gone ahead and I've taped up this piece of cardboard that's roughly the same size of the plexiglass that I'm gonna use as the actual door card. And I'm gonna go ahead and outline in Sharpie the approximate shape that I want the door card to be. That way I can use this piece of cardboard as a template on my plexiglass whenever I go to cut it to shape. So now that we have the outline traced out on our cardboard, we're ready to transfer it over to our plexiglass and go ahead and cut out the shape of the door card. All right, so we got the template laid down, we got the plexiglass laid down. There's only one thing left to do. Alright, sweet. So now we got the outline of our door card cut out in the plexiglass. Now the next step is to take it back over to the car and on the door and mark and drill out all of the bolt holes as well as the hole for the door handle and the strap that we're going to mount so that you can close the door. Alright, so I know you probably can't see it, but I've gone ahead and I've held up the door card and I've marked 2 spots with Sharpie that I'm going to go ahead and drill a hole through so that I can bolt up the top of the door card. Alright, so I'm about to drill a couple of pilot holes for the first couple of bolts for the door card, and I just wanted to show you guys that I'm starting out with a small drill bit because if you start too big, then the plexiglass will actually crack and you could ruin your whole door card. So start small and move up. Well, we lost our battle for daylight, so here we are on day 2, and as you can see, we got the door card fully mounted to the door itself, which leaves us not too far from being finished. However, we did run into a couple of small issues. The first one is that when you're closing the door, the bottom front part of the door card actually catches on the bottom of the door jamb, which means we're gonna have to go back and trim the door card a little bit more to make sure it fits properly. The second problem is this guy. This is the panel that holds your window switches as well as your unlock and lock button and your mirror controls, and I just don't know how I'm gonna fit this massive panel onto this door card. However, I do have one idea, but it does rely on Moses cutting up his panel in order for it to fit on the door card, so we may just have to wait until after we give him the door card to see if he wants to do that. So I think I've already figured out where I want my door handle to be, and I've actually gone ahead and marked up where I want the strap to close the door to be. So what I'm gonna do right now is go ahead and pull the door card back off and take it over to the saw and go ahead and cut out my spots for my door handle and my strap. Guys, I'm pumped. I got it bolted up to the door after the adjustments that we made, and it looks nice. Y'all aren't ready for this. So by no means is it perfect, but for my first DIY door card, I'm pretty proud of how it's coming out. The cutout for the door handle could have been a little bit better, but honestly, I thought it was going to turn out worse, so I'm not that upset about it. And I still need to trim off the bottom because it still catches on the door jamb, so I'm going to have to go back and cut off just a little bit more to make sure it clears. But other than that, the only thing left to do to the door card is to sand the edges that were cut to give it a smooth finish, and then to paint the entire thing black. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all that stuff done, and I'll get back to you guys when it's all finished up and we're ready to give it to Moses. So now we got the paint sprayed and it's drying. The only thing left to do with the door card is to deliver it to Moses. Now, unfortunately, since the paint still has to dry and we are starting to lose our light, that's gonna have to be done tomorrow. So unfortunately for me, I'm gonna have to wait, but luckily for you, it'll be like... So the door card is in and I just texted Moses, but all I told him is that I wanted to show him something. So we're about to drive over there and surprise him with the door card. Hopefully he likes it. He's not even outside.
What'd you just do?
Bro, we just got here. No. You're joking.
Did you press on the top of it?
Yeah, I barely put my hand on that. Oh no. I think I had it too tight, I guess. Bro, are you kidding me? Fuck, man. But do I go ahead and show him? Or do I run home, fiberglass it, and then tell him that I'm gonna have to tell him a different time?
I don't know.
Fuck it, we're going home. I'm gonna fix it. Go, 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 go! So as you guys just saw, as soon as we were pulling up to Moses' place and I was getting out of the door, I just barely put my hand up against the door card and the bolt, I guess, was too tight on that specific section, and just that little bit of pressure was just too much and it caused the door card to crack. Luckily, Moses wasn't outside, so we hurried out of there really quickly before the surprise got ruined, and we came home, and I fortunately have some fiberglass material, so I'm gonna fiberglass the back of it and make it look as good as I can, and then as soon as it hardens, we're gonna take it back over to Moses and surprise him, and hopefully he doesn't mind the crack in it. So the first thing I did was take some sandpaper and scuff up the back of the plexiglass where the cracks are, just so that the resin had something to stick to since the plexiglass is so smooth. After it was sanded pretty good, I went ahead and I mixed the fiberglass resin and I added some hardener to it and I stirred that up to get it ready to pour. Once it was ready, I went ahead and I laid a layer down of the resin on the back of the cracks to give the first layer of fiberglass cloth something to stick to. I then just swapped out between a layer of fiberglass resin and fiberglass cloth until there were 2 or 3 layers thick on each part that there was a crack. And now I'm just gonna let it dry, and once it's dry and hardened, I'm gonna lay a little bit of spray paint over the back of it just to make it match a little bit, and then it should be good enough, and we'll go ahead and we'll try again to take it back to Moses. What you think?
Let me see. This is actually like, it's super cool, but what you should try to do is like put this on the outside of this and try to get this thing flush to the door.
See, I thought about doing like that, but then I just think that door handle is gonna look so stupid.
I'm just being like nitpicky here. Like,
yeah, I got you.
Like, it's very cool, so like that's already established. That's cool though. Cool.
You want one? Let me make you one?
Let me just get my car running first, and then I'll worry about all that shit later.
You want this one? I made it for you.
You count.
No, I'm for real.
For real?
That's why I wanted to show you.
Okay, if you don't want this, I'll figure something out.
I specifically made it to give it to you.
Oh, shoot, appreciate you, bro. I'll take it. But I ain't put it on until I get my car ready. It's healthy, bro.